Myself, my apron on. Okay, so Memorial Day weekend, got to be pretty excited about that, right? So, husband is making me some ribs. That's right. I'll even share them with you guys here because they're sitting right here with their rub on them. Don't hate. It's okay. Look at that. Right? I'm going to show them to you. We're going to be grilling those. So, what do we like with ribs? I personally love some potato salad. But potato salad's a little chubby for you. And so I'm going to try and slim it down just a bit. I think it'll be just as great. I've not tried it before, so that's how you try things out. I personally just make it. We eat it or we don't. It's okay. The critters will eat it if we do not. So I'm going to put my glasses on to make sure, in case I need to check my measurements, because I love to mess that up, that I get it correctly. I've pretty much prepped everything. My potatoes are cooked. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to slim it down. Since I'm having the potatoes, I either always use red potatoes or I use the Yukon Golds because the skins are thin, and then that way you don't have to peel them because I don't want to peel them, and you can eat the skins and they're not so bad for you either. You get a little extra vitamins. So I've already cooked mine. I'm going to grab them right here so that I can cube them up. I've chopped a lot of my other vegetables. So instead of mayonnaise, which you could make your own mayonnaise if you want with eggs and oil and just blend it really good in your Vitamix, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to try using Greek yogurt. I use it for a lot of things. If you want to make salad dressings or various things, you can. But what I'm going to do is yogurt for myself. So me and Betty Crocker, we've been cooking stuff for years. She gives me a guide and then I change it up or add whatever I want to it. I just should check and get an idea on how much sour cream. I think it's about, not sour cream, but usually mayonnaise. But again, I'm going to use yogurt, and I think it's about 1.5 cups or 1.25 cups. I usually just throw it in, but I'm going to look for your guys' benefit. And it is about 1.25 cups. Some people like to use Miracle Whip and all that good stuff. I do not. But mix up your stuff first before you put your potatoes in. So there's a cup, close enough. And this is a 1/4 cup measurer. I'm going to throw some more in there. There you go. It also calls for Dijon mustard. I don't happen to have any Dijon mustard. That's okay. Mustard is mustard. So I'm going to use a spicy brown. And it's probably like a tablespoon or 2 of that. I'm just going to squirt it. I'm not going to measure it to have to clean it out. That's good enough for me. Spicy brown mustard. It calls for vinegar. I as well did not have just plain old, well, I guess I do, white vinegar. I've got this. Tablespoon. I will measure that. Normally don't, but I will because I just normally would add more if I needed to. There's a little more vinegar. Salt, pepper. Just do that to taste. I'm just going to pour some in. I don't need to measure it. I'll just pour it in my hand. That looks to me about like a teaspoon. That'll be a great start. And it calls for like 1/2 of a medium-sized onion. It calls for a medium bell pepper and a couple stalks of celery. I've diced all mine. I like mine really small. This little gem is perfect because I have a rough time with my hand recently, and then that way I don't have too much trouble. I already have a whisk out. I'm going to whisk this stuff here. Whoa, I'm a little messy. Don't mind me. So if you mix all this up first and get your salt and pepper and everything in there, I find it better. And then that way you're not mashing the daylights out of your potatoes. So I throw my potatoes in a pan of water. I always add a little oil because it helps it get a little hotter and they don't boil over, just like if I'm boiling potatoes to mash them or anything else. So if you do that, then when you dump the water off after you've cooked them about 20-25 minutes, I always put them in cold water because otherwise those potatoes are so darn hot, they're going to keep cooking and then they're mush. And I'm not interested in mushy potato salad. So I got that mixed up nice. You can add, I added salt. I'm not going to put any pepper in it yet. Vinegar's good. I think that's good enough. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my chopped up stuff. So there is some bell pepper, some onion. I have, or maybe it's the celery. Here's the bell pepper. But see how nice that is? It's nice and small. So it'll blend nice. Let me just throw this stuff in my sink out of the way. And then I'm going to use this to stir that up because otherwise the vegetables get hung up in my whisk. There we go. Okay. I'm also going to give this a taste to see how the vinegar content is, because I might want to add a little more, or more salt, who knows, let's see. But remember, that Greek yogurt is going to be a little tangy as opposed to mayonnaise, so you might not need quite as much. I think it's good. I like salt and pepper. I'm going to probably add a little more salt. So I have that done. So now I'm just going to chop my potatoes bigger. I like a little coarser. They're already cooked, so here you go. But see, I'm not peeling them. There is no need to peel the reds or the golds. So they're worth buying. And if you buy them individually by the pound, they're the same price most of the time. And they're already nice and clean. So they've done most of the work for you. Why wouldn't you want those? So you can see it does not take that long. So what else do you guys like with your barbecue? So we're going to have barbecue ribs. We're doing potatoes. I've actually sliced into spears, usually rings, but it wasn't that easy. Pineapple today, because we had a couple pineapples that need to be ate. So I'm going to have my husband grill that as well, those spears. He can just lay them out right on the grill. I probably have some kind of barbecue or basket or something like that. Who knows? That goes with it. I will add that. But see how your potatoes, since I turned them and ran them under cold water and let them cool, they're not all mushy. And you can chop them as coarse or as small as you want. If you like them a little mushier, now most potato salads as well call for, like, you know how people put hard-boiled eggs? They slice them up and put them on their potato salad and their macaroni salad. I'm not a fan, so you won't find it in mine. If you want to put it in yours, you do you. I'm going to do me. If you're coming to my house, sometimes for people that like it like that, I might do eggs hard-boiled on the side, and I'll slice them up, and I'll say, hey, if you want that in your salad, put it in there. I'm not putting it in mine. So that's what's great. You can just give people options. I think it's going to be pretty good. I might add a little regular mayonnaise, just because it might, depending on, we'll see how it does with these potatoes. Ow, my wrist, a little sore, sorry, hold on. Need a little more, I don't know, body to it, I guess you could call it. But these potatoes, I'm thinking, are going to suck up some of that excess moisture, and we're not going to have to worry about it too much. So really what I'm going to do is just salt and pepper it. I'm going to pour this in. Dun, 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 and continue to stir it up some more. If you feel it needs more pizzazz, more wetness to it, because this looks to me like it might be able to use a little more. Oh, that hurts my hand. Hold on here. Let me go like this. I'm having hand issues. I could not find my brace. Hold on. Ouch. Okay. My hands were clean. The other best thing I like to do, yeah, just put your hands in there and toss it, right? Because that's just a lot easier. That's what I'm going to do. If you don't wash your hands or you're feeding people and they don't like it, well, okay. My hands were clean. So do know if you come to my house, this was very likely. So if you got like issues, you might not want to eat it. But that is your disclaimer. Makes it very good though. Okay. And I think that's good. I'm going to check it a little bit more. You'll see later. We're going to tune in. I guess I'll taste it a little bit before I get off here. Hold on. Let's see where we're at so far, what I think it might need. It's definitely going to need some salt. Might even put a little more onion powder in there, but it's going to need some salt, and we're pepper people at our house, so I'm just going to go ahead and pepper it too with some coarse ground pepper. I'm going to put it in the fridge to chill, let it meld for a while, and if I decide it needs a little bit more, you can always add more to it. So stay tuned, and then later on tonight, after it's done and our ribs are done, we'll let you see and give you our taste test and tell you what the men think. The key is the men. Will the men eat it and not complain about it? Have a good one. Talk soon. Okay, so you guys saw me making the potato salad lighter, healthier version for tonight's dinner with, oh my gosh, that's right, I showed you the ribs that we did earlier today with the rub on them that husband did. Dun, da, da, da. Has he done a fantastic job grilling those or what? I mean, like, oh my gosh, look at that. They are falling off the bone. So we have ribs. We've grilled some pineapple. This is our lighter version potato salad that we made with Greek yogurt as opposed to mayonnaise. Can't be mad about that. And then I found this great quinoa artichoke salad at Costco, and it's got white and red onion in it with the marinated artichoke hearts. It's really a pretty clean option for something to eat. You cannot hate on that. So, I mean, it's a great option for making a quick and easy meal. So, and we also, I used Newman's own barbecue sauce. I found a sweet and spicy one at the store, and same thing, pretty clean version, doesn't have a lot of garbage in it. We try to eliminate as much of that as we can out of our diet. So, here we are. So we are gonna make a husband up a plate of his way too good ribs. I'm gonna give him this falling, yeah, because look, totally falling off the rib, of the bone. Are you kidding me right now? This is ridiculous. So, we will feed the husband well. He worked hard. Give him some potato salad, which the neighbor tried. He did the taste test for us. He said it was super good. We're going to try a little bit of this quinoa artichoke salad, just something else to try. And give him a couple spears of grilled pineapple, which you can see it has stuff on it. It's just like, it's called pepper plant. It's a spice that my friend brought me that she gets every time she goes home to San Diego. It's called pepper plant, but I do have friends that live in San Diego, and so, hey, I will be hitting you guys up to send me some because my bottle is just about out after this. Okay, so we'll talk soon because we are totally going to get all over and eat some of this food. Have a great night.